Hey, book babes. Welcome back to Two Girls, One TBR. I'm Rebecca, here for all the things villainous, magical, and morally questionable over at Azraella Reads on Instagram.
And I'm Heather. If I'm not reading, I'm scheming, which supernatural red flags I defend. Catch me at Kindle Me Reading on Instagram.
We're your chaotic book besties here to destroy your TBR, one vampire, witch, or devil at a time. This week's episode, the one with vampires, witches, and devils.
Because nothing says Halloween like swooning over characters who would absolutely ruin your life in real life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love October, favorite time of the year. So we thought we would do a little spooky season. All this month, we're going to have different episodes that will have a little Halloweeny vibe to it. Besides our ACOTAR episodes, we do have those going. But our regular episodes here with Heather, we're going to be all in Halloween. And I'm super excited. So now we're going to do our little reader confession thing, because this is always fun. Now, before we dive into our supernatural chaos, it's time for our unhinged reader confessions.
Okay, so this theme for this week, falling for supernatural red flag book boyfriends we probably shouldn't. So, Rebecca?
For me, now out of in this genre, in this category of witches, vampires, and devils, my favorite is Memnum. If you haven't met him yet, he is in the Bewitched series. And that man is, he's so delicious. He's an ancient sorcerer, and the man has my heart. I love him. The way he treats her and how he talks with her, even though he is bad, he does bad things. I would turn my eye. I'd be like, oh, I didn't see you do any of those bad things. Because he's
there's
wonderful.
a lot of good ones like that.
Who would you pick?
I need to read that series.
Oh, you do?
So my
100%.
guy, I would do Rowington Silver from Enchantra. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Just because he's so dark and broody, and he's just like, he's got a past, right? And he's just kind of mixed up in a lot of shit. There's a lot to unravel there.
And when you see and you hear the description of him and all that, he's quite delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I would take him as well.
He knows some things.
Now, all right, now I'm going to ask you, now, are you a smut girl or slow burn?
I'm a slow burn over smut. So I'll do slow burn with plot and smut. Mixing.
I'm kind of a slow burn smut. I love a slow burn. I absolutely love it, but I can't not have my smuts, so they have to be together. Yeah. So I'm a slow burn smut.
Yeah. I like it. It depends on the kind of book you're reading. But yeah, like if it starts out with some things going on, okay, where is this going to go? But I like that pining, that burn, that like, they're going to do this. Oh, they're finally getting there.
Oh, I do love the slow burn, but like I said, there has to be my smut. And but I mean, it doesn't have to be like immediate smut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just like that slow burn, that tension.
You like when it comes together.
Yes. Now, how about for you? Now, are you audiobook or would you do paperback? You know what I like.
Yeah, I used to be paperback girly back in the day. Now, it definitely audiobooks because I don't have time to hold anything in front of my face to read. But I like hardback. So all my trophies are hardbacks for my shelf.
Now myself, I like to have book in hand. Most of my books are paperback. I do have a few hardbacks because I will get a hardback if that's the only way I can get the book,
version.
Yeah. Or because some novellas, they only come in hardback. But no, I like to have the book in my hand. That's my kind of thing. Now, how about you now on this one? Morally gray, or do you like a golden retriever MMC?
Definitely morally gray. My fantasy men have to be morally gray.
Mine has to be too. I can't, Chelsea made the comment to me when we were talking about the Bat Boys. And I said my favorite is Cassian. And she said to me, she didn't think I would pick him because for her, she feels he's more of a golden retriever. I said, but I said he does a lot of bad things though. I said, I think it's more his broody, his how he looks in my mind. That's why
Yeah.
I like him. It's
Yeah.
not, but I don't find him as much of a golden retriever, but she said she does. Now, let's see here. Now, book boyfriend or a villain side piece?
Ooh, I mean, who doesn't like the villain like Slade or so? But I like the ones that have a lot of like power or like they're dangerous, intriguing, right? So you're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this guy has multiple red flags, but there's just so much to him to unravel and get to
Yes.
know and like where are those layers? Like let's rip them apart and get to the core and see how fluffy he is inside. But like I do like someone that is, I don't know, like cryptic like that to read into, get to
Now,
know.
if you get into the Legacy series, you'll meet
Mm,
Theon, and he is very he's a villain. He truly is, he's morally gray and stuff, but there's so much there to unpack with him. Oh, you would like now myself personally now. But all my book boyfriends, they're all villains. I don't have any that I could truly say in any book that I have read that is a golden retriever or a, just a sweet book boyfriend. Mine are all villains.
yeah. Can't think of any off the top. I know we're going to get into this book. The Crowns of Nyaxia. Is it Nixia or Naxia? Is it Nixia?
It's at Nyaxis, but I don't know if that's correct either.
I don't
Again,
know.
I don't pronounce anything correctly, so who knows?
But the main character, Rain,
Yes,
in that, he kind of turns into a little golden retriever for me. He's a little broody at first, but then he like turns and he's like this like really soft puppy.
he does for
So,
her, though. I mean, he
hmm
does have it for her, but he is very,
but he
I
has
mean,
a dark side.
he does have a
Yeah,
dark side, especially with what he does to go into power. Because in case
right.
somebody hasn't read it yet, he does do something
Yeah.
that I didn't see coming.
No, you really don't. That
No,
book is so good.
that is very good. Now, do you prefer red flags or green flags?
Definitely red flags.
Same.
They intrigue me. Yeah, they're like dangling carrots you're going after.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of them that scream they have any green flags. I think they're pretty much all red flag men.
Yeah. Before we were talking about red flags, like what's a red flag, what's a green flag for you? And I was thinking about this question again today. And I was like, what's a green flag for me
What
is
is that?
when the male character is just so I don't want to call them controlling because they aren't, but they're just so endeared with keeping them safe that they
Mm,
don't allow
they're
them to
very
communicate
protective.
the things. Yes, like a little too much, like overprotected to the point where it's just this back and forth of you don't let me do this and I didn't just try to keep you safe and too much of that green flag. Don't like that.
Now,
Not me.
if you get into the Legacy series with Theon, he does have to do a lot of things where he has to protect her. I mean, he's very dark. He
Okay.
is a villain. Actually, technically, all of them are villains in the book, even the female main
Hmm,
character. She's very morally
okay.
gray as well. So, but he has to do a lot of things where he does a lot of the things he does is to protect her. She doesn't like it because she's morally gray and wants to do her own kind of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
then as the books progress, you see why. But I don't know. He's kind of a giant red flag, but I don't know if you would find his actions as a green flag as much as a
Okay.
red flag. I can't wait for you to read that series.
I know. I need to.
Book 4 comes out in November.
November.
I have it
Yeah.
pre-ordered. I cannot wait. That's the end of that series too. That's the final book.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so good. But now let's kind of get into now we're into our Halloweeny mood. Now let's go
Ooh,
into
okay.
our witches, devils, vampires. So let's talk about these are the different books I have that I've read. And Heather, we have read some of the similar books. Now, for me, let's see here. Now, in the world of vampire, there is a series. I'm going to show you this whole big old stack. So these are all the ones I own. This is the Crowns of Nyaxia. That's how I pronounce it. How did you
Nyaxia.
pronounce it? Nixia? I wonder which one it is.
And once again, I just did a reread on the audiobooks and I don't remember how
You
they
don't
say
remember
it.
either? I don't know.
I was just listening to it. I think but maybe that's why I'm saying it that way. Maybe my brain is
Maybe?
comprehending this
I
as
don't know. I always
Nixia.
say Nyack. I don't know. If any of you are
Nyaxia.
out there and you can tell us is the
Yeah.
correct pronunciation of it, please let us know.
Let us know. Maybe it'll stick finally.
I still say the wrong thing I say anathema, not anathema.
Yeah.
I'm trying to train my brain to say the other one, but you know how that goes with me. But now this here, the Crowns of Nyaxia, or whatever how you want to pronounce it. Now that is it's going to be 3 different duologies. The first duology is the Serpent and the Wings of Night, and then the Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. That's
Very
the first
good.
duology. And there is a novella that you read in between the 2 books, and that is Six Scorched Roses. And that is absolutely one of the most beautiful love stories. It's not a very thick one, as Heather's showing you. It's not very thick, but it is so absolutely
These are 2 different,
sweet.
But yeah.
It's a beautiful little story, and you follow a guy named Vale and a woman named Lilith, and their love story is just beautiful. I loved it. It was one of my favorite, even though again it's a little novella and it's not a very thick book, but I do recommend reading it before you read book 2, because then it gives you backstory, because you will see them in book 2, and so it'll give you context. These ones I have not read yet. They are on my bookcase, but it's the second duology, and
yes, I have not read those yet.
Also the Slaying of the Vampire Conqueror.
Yes, I bought that finally. I need to read that too.
Now, from what I understand, this one here, you're supposed to read first. Then you read the duology.
Okay. Good to know, because I haven't started it yet.
But
it's about Misha, right?
This has Misha. You will meet Misha in the first duology.
Yeah.
Again, these are all vampires. So if you love vampires and spicy vampires,
like
these are
one
definitely
of the
spicy.
best vampire books I have read. And I was a Twilight girly. This is not Twilight. It is dark. It is evil.
This is dark.
It is like barbaric. I would call it barbaric. Like the vampires take over human civilization. And
the humans are kind of like in slums kind of thing. The humans are they're like very lower class citizens in their world. The vampires rule, and there's 3 different houses of vampires. The first duology is one house, the second duology is the second house, and the third that has yet to be released is the third. And that will be the end of the series once she does those that duology.
Which is sad, because I really like this world.
And then the first one also, it's Games and Trials is the first book. So it's vampires with games and trials, and it's spicy. They're all spicy. Oh, yeah. I pre-ordered this, and I haven't made it that far because I've had so many other things. That's part of hopefully my fall plan is I want to get those 3 read. But they're spicy vampires. So if you do like vampires, that is a good one. Now the next one, it's absolutely, I would say if you have not read The Serpent and the Wings of Night, starting with that book and going through that series of what's out, you're missing out. You should definitely read it. Now the next one,
better than From Blood and Ash. Better than. Even though the smut is very good in From Blood and Ash, it's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's such once you get into the story and all that kind of stuff, you will love it. And isn't it terrible now? I can't think of what the girl, the main character in The Serpent and the Wings of Night. The guy, Raya, yes. And her and
but you remember Victor?
Well, I do remember Victor. I do remember him.
He seems like the kind of daddy, like, the mean.
I think I like his sternness.
Just ruthless, savage, asshole, kill everyone that upsets me, and don't you touch my daughter. Well,
But when you
I
look at
guess
the
that's how they
description
see
of
her.
what he looks like, he sounds so delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if our friend Anem, Twisted Dreamland, I don't remember if she's made Victor. I'll have to ask her. She may have, but she has made Rain and she has made
Okay.
Oriah. She has done their artwork. And some of the people else that are in that she has done. But I don't know if she's done Victor. I'll have to ask
Septimus,
her.
maybe.
I'll have to look. Because it's been a while, I know, since she's read it. Because I'm thinking she read that last winter, or it might have been last fall she was reading it. I didn't read it until the beginning of the year. But
Yeah,
absolutely, if you have,
it
again,
was about a year ago for me, I
if you
think.
haven't read them, absolutely go out and buy them, read them. I
Yes.
love her stuff. She's also the author that did The Daughters of No Worlds.
Yes, and I have not read that yet. It is on my audiobook TBR.
I have it on my TBR list as well, but everybody that I have
Raves
talked
about
to
it.
about it, they said it's an absolutely
Yeah.
amazing, and that's a trilogy, I believe. I think it's
Yes.
3 books. Yeah.
And it's completed, I think.
I'm kicking myself. I wish I would have ordered them when the indie covers still existed because I love the covers on
Yeah.
them. The
Mm-hmm.
new ones, I mean, they're pretty. Don't get me wrong. They're pretty, but
Yeah,
I love the indie ones more. And if you can find them, they're pricey now. Oh
that
yeah.
sucks.
Now another vampire one. And yes, this is a vampire. There are other things happening in this book, but this is a vampire, is also Quicksilver because
There
there
are
are vampires.
vampires in this book.
Yes. Now, Heather has the new cover since it's gone traditional publisher. It is very pretty, but I like this
Yeah.
cover.
When they said special edition, I went straight to Barnes and Noble and ordered these, thinking it was going to have like some really cool stuff on the cover. Not this, not just lettering. I was kind of bummed
Yeah.
that I bought them before they came out with the picture of the cover. So
I mean,
maybe
it
next
is, I
time I
mean,
should
it's
wait. But
pretty.
there is cool art inside. So
It is I
we
mean, it
still
is
think that
pretty.
the
He
Fisher is
just,
definitely
yeah, when I
a little
see
broodier for me.
Kingfisher, when I picture Kingfisher in my mind, again, if you have not read Quicksilver, please go buy it. Please watch it or listen to it
There
on
are
graphic
vampires in
audio.
there.
But Kingfisher,
Graphic audio, yes.
he has one of the absolute dirtiest mouths you will experience next to our book husband that's in The Plated Prisoner.
Yes.
Because he's a book husband in Plated Prisoner. Kingfisher, he's close, but he's not quite my Plated Prisoner husband. But Kingfisher has absolutely one of the best dirty mouths ever. He says stuff, and if you've been on Instagram or on Book Talk or whatever, I'm sure you probably have heard the snippet that he says that everybody knows Kingfisher for. It involves being on their knees and praying to the gods. But if you, again, like I said,
Is that a
please.
spoiler? I mean, we could say it.
I don't remember it because I don't know the
The
whole quote
exact name, the exact quotes.
because
I'm not quick on quotes like that. I told you that.
it's
I'd
something
have
that
to look it up.
he tells her she is the one that you have to look it up. I can't remember the exact. It's
Is it,
so
I'm
dirty.
about to introduce you to all 7 gods. When you meet
Yes.
them, don't forget to tell them I'm the one you worship on your knees.
Yes, that's
That's it.
That is it. It's so dirty. He's dirty through the whole book
And he says
too.
that to Saris.
Yes, Sarah's Fane.
So she better worship the one and only.
I would worship him on my knees. But now when you see his artwork and stuff like this on the indie cover versus like the artwork that's in Heather's, they portray him looking younger. In my mind, when I see him older, but maybe it's like Heather and I were talking earlier. Maybe it's because we are older. We see him as older, but I picture him much more broody. He's 1,037 years old. I don't think at that age you would look like an early 20-year-old guy. In my mind, I picture like 30s, rugged, has a little
There's some
stubble.
art out there that I like better than the art that's put in the books
Well, if you
on the
look at
covers and stuff.
our friend Anem, that's Twisted Dreamland, she has done some absolute fantastic Kingfisher art.
I'm gonna
Also,
go
another
check her
friend,
out.
I have is Luna. I believe it's Luna Artworks is what she is. I can't remember what her actual handle is on Instagram. I'll have to look. But she has done a lot with Kingfisher and stuff. She's done a lot with actually our book Husband and Played a Prisoner, if you haven't seen her stuff too. Her and Nem have collaborated and they've done like the little cinematics and stuff, and they are
Ooh,
very
nice.
good. Absolutely very good. And then I have one more vampire book. Now, I have not read this book yet. It's on my bookshelf. It's on my TBR, but it's, from what I understand, it is a 4-book completed series. It's not a real thick book, but it is The Marinettes.
I've
And
never heard of that.
it's, if I remember correctly, it's witches and vampires. And this
Ooh,
girl, I think she's a witch, and then she goes to a vampire academy. There's something with it. Again, I haven't read it, but they said it's spicy and it's a really good series. And it's a completed, like I said, completed 4-book. And
nice.
and
Yeah.
as you can see, it's not a big thick one, so you can probably
Yeah.
read it pretty quick. But it is
Right.
vampires. So those are all, at the moment, those are all my vampire ones. Do you have any other vampire books, or do we have them
Mine are
common?
not new, but when we were thinking about these things, I was thinking of stuff that I've read in the past as well. And gosh, oh my gosh, it's probably like 10 years ago now. The Vampire Academy is a really good series. And of
Did
course,
they
it's
make that?
completed.
Is that a TV
They
show
try to make
too?
it they
Okay.
try to make it into one, and they didn't get far with it. I think just not enough hype to it,
Oh, okay.
but the books are really good. I really like those. So, if no one's ever heard of it, look it up. Yeah, that's a good vampire one.
That's a good
What else?
series.
I mean, Twilight, duh, we have to say Twilight
You
because
know, this is a
phenomenal, but
confession of mine. I have watched all the Twilight movies. I've never read the books.
no, and when I was in college and I was reading that series and I was team Edward and my friend was
Okay.
team Jacob. And I got her to read them and she's like, "These books are horribly written." Like they're
I
just
have heard
not
that before.
literally like well written, but the the plots are good. It's just good, fun vibe reading.
I
Okay.
wonder,
So you got haters and you got likers. That's fine.
well, see, I think that's probably kind of like how, like, when I feel like towards Zodiac Academy, people say
Mm,
it's not written very well, but it's there for a
right?
good time kind of thing. I just can't do it. So maybe I would be like your friend in that respect,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
But
she
like,
read them anyways because she had
but
to know who, she ended up with.
now, do the movies deviate very far from the original story, from the actual books, or is it very true to the book? Because a lot of times, when they do adaptations,
Yeah.
they veer and do their own thing.
Say, I mean, it's been a long time since I've read those and watched stuff, but I would say it was pretty close. I would say they did a good job with it. And do the books, of course, have more information? Yes, more backstory, more information, just more. But, the movies weren't done horribly.
Now, when you watch the movies now versus when you watched them years ago, do you now find Bella's dad as a nice piece of eye candy?
No, I still don't. I know some people
I
do. They're like,
do.
ooh, now I'm looking at this guy. But
I look
no,
at him now and I'm like, her dad.
no.
I like him. I
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older and I'm looking at him with different perspective and stuff. But even like when the movies came out and we watched them, I wasn't like necessarily at either side kind of thing. I liked both of them.
Hmm.
But now if I probably would watch them again, I think I'm Team Bella's dad.
Love it.
That poor man went through a lot,
He
you know?
did.
And I feel bad for him in so many ways while she was off
Yeah,
deciding
like
to
you just kind
become
of
a
want to come into his
vampire.
life and be his woman and love on him.
I'm just like, I remember they have the one scene or whatever, and he's like, the boy I've known my entire life, and now he's a dog, or whatever, how he says it.
Yeah,
Remember?
to Jacob
That was a lot to take in. Because her dad, he knew something weird was going on. He just didn't
and
have
with
all the
them
pieces.
too.
And then her poor dad. I don't even remember what the dad's name is.
Bill,
Is it
Billy,
Bill? I don't know. He's Bella's dad. That's what
I don't know.
I can see him though, but he is.
Maybe someone could comment that for us.
Yes, let us know because I don't
Maybe that's
remember.
his real name is Bill, like the actor's name,
Baby?
but I don't remember his name. I know he was a sheriff.
Yes.
Was it
And
Carl?
it was
No,
Forks.
I'm thinking Walking Dead now.
And then they were in Forks. Isn't it Forks? It was in
Forks,
Washington or Oregon
Washington.
or something. Oh, okay. Because
Washington, yeah.
that's a real place, isn't it?
And did you know Stephanie Meyer, is actually from Arizona? That was on a
So she
trivia
wrote.
question at the brewery the other day.
So it
I
wasn't
was
even
like, I didn't know
anything
she was in Arizona writing this. Yeah.
interesting. So she was I guess writing about a place she's never been. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when they came out, but I didn't know at the time what they were until the movies came out and I watched the movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, same with like Harry Potter, but we'll get into witches later.
Oh,
But,
yes.
a lot of people haven't ever read Harry Potter. They just watch it. And I'm like,
Well,
the books are better.
I've read, I believe, I know I've read 2 of them. I know that. And I may have started the 3rd. And then I gave up. It's either that
Yeah.
or I got drove crazy in my house. But then I started on this journey and I never went back into that kind of thing. But maybe one day I'll read it. But I don't know. Right now,
Well,
I'm
for a
kind of
long
liking
time
my more,
there, I didn't have other series until I saw Akatar. So I used to reread Harry Potter just for the fun of it a lot of
yeah.
times to like get that witchy vibe, those magical vibes of get
Oh
out
yeah,
of
I
the
know what you're
real life
saying.
kind of situation. So that was my series before I came into the bookstagram world and more people are finally writing more
Yeah.
things. So
Now, see,
yeah.
before I got into this whole genre of books, before I took my hiatus for many years of not reading, I was into more of like the true crime or like the kinds that have murders and all those kind of stuff. That was what the big thing,
Yeah.
I was reading serial
Thrillers
killers,
and
thrillers
murder
and stuff.
mystery.
Yeah. And
Yep.
then I had my kids and I don't know, I just kind of stopped reading. And then when
Mhm.
I got back into it, I wanted to be in fantasy. I guess, when you're little, you read fairy tales and stuff like that. And truly, when you get older, you want to go back and read those fairy tales again, but
Uh-huh.
just grown.
New perspective. Yeah.
Now, those are all. Now, is that all of your vampire ones? Because those are all my vampire ones that I have going on.
Mm, I'm sure there's more, but when you asked about vampires, the first thought I had was the Crowns of Nixia,
Yes.
Nyaxis, whatever we want to call it. But it
No,
is the
it's
best.
something. We'll never get it pronounced correct. But now, I only have
Probably
2
is.
books with devils. Now, I only have 2 that
Yeah.
I have read.
I couldn't
And
think of any either.
but if you're going to read about devils, I cannot recommend this enough. This is absolutely, now this is going to be 4 books, but these are the only 2 that are out. The first one is Phantasma. Basically, you're following this girl named Ophelia, and she goes into this mansion. And by the way, this mansion is, I guess you could consider it haunted, whatever you want to say, because it travels. It doesn't stay
Hmm.
in the same place. And
Right.
then you go in and then you have to do games and trials with
Hmm.
devils. And each of the trials, it represents each ring of hell. Because there's
Yeah.
supposed to be, I
So
believe,
like
9 of
let
them.
me sin.
Oh, yes. And there's a whole lot of interesting stuff
Yeah.
happening in these. And the devils are and they're so dirty. And
They're
you're going to
mean.
meet, absolutely. And you meet this guy. We're just going to call him a guy. And his name's Blackwell. And he is absolutely divine. But it's a very good story. I highly recommend it.
Hmm.
It's a very easy read,
Very
very good.
easy. Easy
Hmm.
world building. Easy to get into the game and trials, understanding and who
And I
Ophelia is, comes
and
from.
it's a gothic setting as well. It's taking place
Mhm.
in New Orleans. And it's, I believe she said it takes place in 1906. It's like the early 1900s for time frame. Then you go into, now the second book comes out. Now, she doesn't call it a series, even though there's 4 books that are going to be in the series. They're all their own, almost like their own standalones, because each book follows a different person, but
Mhm.
they are tied to each other. So don't read the second book before you read the first book.
I
Read them in
agree with
order.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Read them in
Still keep
order.
them in publishing order, yeah.
Yeah. Now the second book is Enchantra. This one you follow Ophelia's sister Genevieve, and it takes place in Italy at a villa. And that's where
It's a
one of your
haunted villa,
it's haunted, and it's
and it's got some
absolutely,
very hot, haunted, magical beings
oh
inside.
my God, yes. You will meet the Silver
The
family.
Silvertons? Is it
Or
Silver
is
or
it Silver?
Silverton?
Oh,
I
maybe
think
it is
it's
Silverton.
Silver.
Wait,
Is it? Oh, yeah. Because
is it? Oh, it's
Rowan's
Silver.
name is
No, it's Silver.
Rowington
Rowington Silver. Yeah,
Silver. Yeah.
I had to look
Okay.
on the back
Sorry.
because it's been since because I read
Confused
this as
us.
soon as it came out in April. It is so good. Genevieve has to basically it's a game of adult
It's like a
hide and
game in
seek,
trials, but it's games.
but it's
Yeah.
hide and seek.
Yeah. Like they try and kill each other.
Oh yeah, every is
And
it
it's
every
who could
year?
last. It's like 007. If
Yes,
everyone has ever played 007, like, you go around as a group and you try and hunt each other and kill each other.
yes,
And who wins is the last surviving.
and it's well, Genevieve shows up at this place. Okay, now she shows up at this place because she has questions from the prior book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she thinks that she's going to get answers from this person that's at this house. And when she goes inside, she doesn't realize once she's inside, she is basically trapped and she
Mm-hmm.
has to play this adult
She has to play.
hide and
No
seek
way
with
out.
the Silver family.
Yeah.
There's what,
Right.
6 or 7 kids?
Seven? I think 7.
6 boys
I don't
or
remember
6
all their
brothers.
names.
There's
And the one sister.
yes, and they all have to basically it's adult hide and seek, and when they find each other, then they try to kill each other. And each
Mm-hmm.
one they don't really kill each other. They die, but they go to hell and then they have to wait out the end of the game. But
Correct. And then they
and
come
when they
back and
die,
they play every year. It's an annual game that they have to do. And it was because of some deal their dad made with a
yes,
devil
with the
in book
devil.
1.
Oh yeah, and it's so good. So
It's
I
good.
can't
And
I
it's a
cannot
twisty
recommend it enough.
end. And it's kind of one of those like, okay, I was wondering how they're going to get out of this.
Oh,
But also in like a whoa, blow your mind kind of way. So
and
those are good.
it has some of the best spice as well in that one. Now,
Yeah.
Phantasma has good spice, but I think Enchantress spice is even better.
It goes
If
up.
it
Up a
goes up
tick. Yeah.
because
There's some
it,
areas, we'll say.
oh, yeah,
It's
oh, yeah.
not vanilla areas.
Oh no, and also Genevieve she's very curvaceous as well.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a little stick.
And Rowan
So,
has piercings.
oh yes, he has piercings,
Mm-hmm.
and he has a twin brother too.
Oh, yes. And there's
Yeah,
something in the book about that, too.
yes, oh yes. So again, I think we both can say we highly recommend that series. Please read
Heck
them;
yeah.
you will love them. Now,
That's our devil book.
but those are my only that I can think of, my only books that have devils that I have read at
Yeah.
this moment, but they're wonderful. Now, the next thing I guess we get into then is our witches. Now, I have let's see here, 4 different series that involved witches. Now, the first one, like we had touched on earlier, it is Bewitched.
Yeah,
There's
I still need to
Bewitched,
read that.
then there is Bespelled, and then there's the prequel, which is The Curse That Binds. Now, again, I had said this in our prior episode. If you go to read this series, read Bewitched, then read Bespelled, then read The Curse That Binds. Because if you read The Curse That Binds first, even though it's a prequel, it will give you a lot of spoilers into the other 2 books. And when you're reading Bewitched, there are things that are happening that she doesn't understand, and there's a reason for it. But if you read the prequel, you would know, and it wouldn't make it would just
twist.
it ruins it.
Okay.
But the prequel is absolutely amazing because then you find you get all the answers that you were looking for from the little tidbits and stuff that you get in the other 2 books. So I love it. I love anything that Laura Thalassa writes. She is good. You haven't read anything from her yet?
Nope.
Oh, you need to.
I
You need
know.
to.
That's kind of like on my. I think I have Raps. I don't know how to say that one. Rhapsody.
Oh,
Rhapsodic.
rhapsodic?
I have that on
I
my
say
audiobook
rhapsodic.
to be listened.
Oh, it's very good.
Rhapsodic. I don't
I
know.
say that's how I pronounce it. Again, I don't know if that's correct, but that is a
I
very
don't
good
know either.
series. You will meet Desmond Flynn, and he is so good. He has white hair too. So he's not our dark broody men. He has
Okay.
white hair. And you get to know a little bit about him. Like you just start learning and stuff in the first book, and then as it goes on, then you find out who he really is. It's a very good series. I can't say anything bad about it. It's absolutely a wonderful series. I also, of course, I have her Four Horsemen series as well, and it's a very good series too. But those ones, they're the same kind of thing and the same principle as Phantasma and Enchantra. They're standalones, but read them in order, if that makes sense. Now, this here, let's see. Okay, now this is again Witch. I have the Witch Collector. This is a very, very good series. I
I've seen
finished
that.
this one. It is good because you're following oh god, why can't I remember her name right now? Because I just read it too. Raina. I had to think for a second there. She actually she doesn't speak. She signs. So it's
I love
something,
that.
it's different. And she's very good and she's very stubborn and she hates the witch collector because he comes every year into their village and he collects one of the witches to be taken to the Frost King. I knew it was Winter or Frost. And they never see them again. So she absolutely hates the witch collector. So it's a enemies to lover kind of deal.
Nice.
But now these ones here, I have not finished the series because I just read that one and then I got into because Eldridge came out, so I haven't gotten to finish this. But book 2 is the City of Ruin.
Okay.
Then there's a novella. It's The Wolf and the Witch. And then I found out she has another little novella out that after you read these books, you read it. It's this
Okay.
one. It's the Tales from Teresia. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. And
I
they
don't know if I've
said
seen
it's
the rest of those, but the first one I've seen.
they said this one's super spicy.
Mm.
So I'm quite excited for that. Now this one here, now another witch one, because I obviously like that theme of witches, but I have
I know.
not I
I
haven't
love
I love witches. Well, I just love it. I like that whole
witches, magic. I like
yes.
what am I like the grounding part of it where it's like nature and natural
Oh yeah.
elements and using what
Oh
what
yeah.
they have around them to create things. That's
I
what I
love
like.
it. I have a theme going on that I really do like it. Now this one here again, this is on my TBR, this is on my shelf. I have not gotten to read it. Now I believe this is it's a duology and there might be a novella in there maybe because I don't think it's a trilogy. But I like I said I only have the first book. This is by Miranda Lynn. It's The Unmarked Witch and
Oh,
it's supposed to
yeah.
be very good and it's spicy. So I
Okay,
did
we
get
talked
that.
about this a couple weeks ago. Miranda Lynn. Yeah.
Yes. And I can't because this is The Unmarked Witch. And then I don't remember what the next one is. I don't know if it says it in here. No, it doesn't say it in here. But it goes in the same theme as that.
Love
But
it.
it's supposed to be really good. So I'm
You're
excited to
giving me
try
more
that out.
TBR.
But like I said, maybe we can read it together at the same time. Now,
Yeah.
now this one here, because he calls her his moon witch, so I
Okay.
consider her as witch, is anathema.
Yeah.
Because he calls her his moon witch, so
A
she's a
lot of
witch.
books these days are witchy in a way. They're just sometimes fae or Viking or, like a
She's got
gothic realism, but they're magical or they have magic
Well, I mean,
in a witchy way.
when you follow this book, you're following Zavander and Maveth. There we go. I got her name. Isn't that what we decided it was?
Yep,
That's how we
Maveth.
pronounce Maveth. But you follow it, and he's very broody and all that kind of good stuff. And he calls her his moon witch. So I've
Yeah,
decided, so that is a witch. And then of
love
course
that.
this is book 2, and I'm currently reading it. It's Eldridge. So, all right, now let's see what yours are. Do you have any other
Okay.
witches or?
Well, I don't have the book with me, but A Sea of Song and Siren is a siren mermaid
Mm,
tale. If you were ever in 90s a Disney kid, you would love that book. It's by Whit Stanfield. But I just recently found her series and it's beautifully done. Loved it. In that book, they call her the witch. Like she lives on this island, like totally alone, kind of like a Moana thing, like on an island, like no technology, nothing like that. It's kind of out in the wilderness, and her mom dies from like a typhoon or something, and they called her the island witch because people would disappear. And then they start calling her the witch when she gets a little older. And it has something to do with like that was placed by the gods and stuff on the island. So she is
interesting.
technically like called this witch. And then there's a sea witch also. So that's kind of witchy in a different way.
Is
Not
it
a cottage in the
spicy?
forest stuff. It is spicy,
Oh, it
but
is.
I would say it's like a low spice, more burn,
Oh,
more,
okay.
but there
Okay.
are spicy parts. There are, but it just takes a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really good.
Interesting.
So if you like mermaids, that was my first siren series I've read this year,
Oh, see, that's why
out of all.
you're
So
gonna
it's
like
really good.
Rhapsodic
Okay.
because Calypso, Callie, she's siren. She's a siren.
Okay. Next siren series.
Oh yes, I love it because when her siren kind of takes over, because she's herself, but the siren is part of her, but she kind of has her own. She like kind of takes over her, and like because a siren is very sultry, a very seductive kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
when she
Yeah, I can see that
when
with
she likes
Calypso. Yeah.
Desmond and stuff like that, her skin glows. Her siren comes out and she gets real. Oh yeah. Oh, wait till you read it. It's very good. Like I said, it's a very, very good series. Again, Laura of Thalassa does not disappoint. But no, so that is all of our vampire witches and devils that
Yeah.
we have read or are sitting on our TBR list. But as you can see, traits that make these supernatural men red flags. Of course, all of them are broody. I don't think any of them in these books that I have here that they're not broody. They're dangerous. They're all dangerous, and they're all. I think pretty much every single one of
Powerful.
them have magic and stuff. They're not just like a soldier or something like that.
Right. Like
They're all
someone coming
magical.
into something. Yeah, they're
Yes. So,
well known.
but I'm deep in my villain era, so they match my soul. I mean, that's just what's happening.
I like those broody, secretive. I mean, like I was saying before, layers. We got to have someone that's like 500 years old and has a history that we can, get into and be like, why are you the way you are, you grumpy, powerful, nasty person that we
Because
love?
well, like even though he's our book husband up there, there are so many layers to him because we didn't understand why he was the way he was until as we started to peel back the layers of the onion. That's just like in Eldritch right now, because the first book was about Mavis. You're more deep diving into her. This one, Eldritch, you're deep diving into Zavander's past, because
Nice.
we
Okay.
only got like little tidbits about him, like
Right.
his
That he
past in the
tells her
first
at the
book.
very end. Yeah.
Well, and remember, I haven't gotten to it in here, so I'm assuming she talks about it. But remember, his Manly area has all kinds of bars in it, so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to find out why that happened yet, and I'm hoping they talk about it.
Something about that in the first book.
I know the woman from where he was enslaved. She put them in, but
Yeah.
it was just like a mention. I don't know. There wasn't a mention of why.
Like the full detail of it.
Because I'm assuming she did it for her own excitement with
Pleasures
it. Yes.
in
That's
a
my guess.
sadistic kind of way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess, but that's why I'm hoping, like, as I read, I find out a little tidbit about it, because I'm finding out a lot of things I didn't know. So, because, like, some people are like, they really truly 100% loved this, and then some other people were like, they didn't get the same high as they got from Anathema. I'm riding that wave of highness with it. I
Yeah.
think it's absolutely,
Takes
but then again, myself personally, I love Carrie Lake. I love, like I said, anything that she writes. She's absolutely amazing. Let's compare witches, vampires, devils, dangers, obsession, magical powers. Now, for me, the vampires in the Crowns of Nyaxia are so seductive. Even Victor in his cruelty could swoon me. Now, if you haven't read that series, Victor is her father,
Araya's
Oraya's
dad.
father,
Yeah.
and he is ancient. I'm assuming he's quite ancient,
I think they say he's 300 or so years old.
Okay, so he's quite old. The
Yeah.
way he carries himself, now he's very
Mhm. Well,
strict, or he's very cruel, but yet, he could get me. I
yeah,
enjoyed
like
Victor
he's
through
like
the
the
book.
ultimate villain where he kills his whole family before
Yes,
he goes to his Kajari trials to win to be the king of the vampires, let's
yes, of
say.
that
So
house, of
he
their house.
yes. So in order to do that, because the way the power transfers, like his dad was in line or something like that, so he had to kill his dad, his aunt and uncles, the
Oh
little
yeah,
cousins, like the young
every
kids, like he
yep,
killed everyone before he went to the Kajari and killed more people to become the king that he is in book 1. So
yes,
he is ruthless. Like, and he don't
absolutely
give a
ruthless.
shit. If you turn the wrong way, he will kill you.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and this is the part that as you read the book and stuff, and then he has Oriah, and you're like, well, why would he have this girl? Well, when you're
mhm,
reading the book, she's just a human,
mhm.
and he
That's what she's
saves
been
her.
told
That's
her
what she's been
whole
told.
life. So
And
she has to protect herself from the vampires. So she's
oh yeah,
very aware
because
of how
remember,
the vampires are.
vampires want to drink your blood, and they're
Mm,
very vicious. And she's basically, anytime she is around any of the vampires, she's basically a giant snack, and they want to eat her, kind of
mhm.
deal, or kill her, or whatever. They do
So
not.
she has learned to be ruthless in the fact of defending.
Oh yeah, she's on the offense at all times because she has
Yeah.
to protect herself. But her father Victor, because, like, again, she was a very tiny little girl when she went with Victor, but he raised her that way. That's why he said was it to show her her teeth, to strike them, because that's why he called her his little. That's why the book's called The
Serpent.
Serpent and the Wings of
Yeah.
Night.
She's got a
So
bite.
she has to bite. And, like, but it's so good. But Victor, there's some soft spot in him when you're reading it, because he saves her, and he takes her, and she's his
Raises
daughter.
her.
And he
Yeah. That's
trains
like his
her.
person. And no one
Yes.
understands why. They're like, "Why would you keep this, like, puny thing around? It's a human, like, just kill it already."
Yes.
But there's a secret.
And there's a secret. And
Old,
it's
powerful,
so
broody guy
good.
that has secrets. Lots of
And it
secrets. Because then in book 2, he's been hiding things about his past that Araya has never known about,
Yes.
and then she's uncovering all that. So
And it's so good. And there are moments in book 2 where it involves Victor and him
mhm.
telling her things, and it got to me, and I cried, because it was just because of what it was, and
Yeah. Like the
why he did
confessions in a
things, and
sense?
yes, and it was
Yeah.
just
I think that's what it
it's
is
good.
like, you knew why he was the way he was with her, and she even says that over and over, like, "He loves me in his own way, like, I love
Yes,
him in a certain way, like, that's our relationship." But then, like, you uncover more in book 2 about
yes,
that relationship and, like, the secrets of
yes,
the things. Yeah.
it's absolutely good.
So,
So if, like, again, if you have not read that series,
yeah, that's why we keep talking about it. It's
yes,
just so good.
because it is such a good story. It's like, when I go and I pick different books to read, I research with, like, I don't read what the book is about. I don't give myself spoilers or anything, but I look to see what people think of the book. And that one there, I have never seen anybody be like, "Oh, I didn't like it." Everybody rates it very
Yeah,
high up on their
pretty
list.
much.
And
Yeah.
I loved it. In book 1, the twist at the end, you will not see coming.
My God. Yeah.
You won't see it coming. And
That
it's
that was
good.
written so well. So well.
Absolutely. And then like again, read Six Scorched Roses in between the
Yeah.
two books, because I loved that love story that's in between those two. Absolutely. Even it's a real quick read, but it will touch your heart. It's so good, and it's so dark, and
Yeah.
Vale is so. When you meet Vale, you'll understand, especially the first time when Lilith sees him. Do you remember what he was doing? You don't remember? Because she
No,
goes
it's been a
into
long
his
time since
house.
I read it.
She goes into his house, and she can tell there's somebody up in another room, and she goes and she comes to his bedroom, and she opens the door, and she sees him doing something. It's so good. It's so good. But again, please read it. If you have read it, let us know what you think, because we love it, and we're going to keep
Yes.
recommending it.
Let's keep talking about it
Oh,
for the second.
absolutely. Oh, it is so good. That's why I'm hoping I ride the same high off of, because that was such a good 3 books there. I'm excited to read the next 3 books and see if I feel the same. But from everything I've seen, people are absolutely loving that
Still,
duology
yeah.
set. And then I believe she has said, she announced what the next book is called, but I can't remember.
Out. Book 4.
No,
She was
book 4
talking about
is
it at a Polycon.
no, book 4 is out, but I was talking
Yeah.
about the next
The next duology of it, I don't
duology.
recall.
She announced I think says something with a lion for some reason, I'm thinking, but this is the last one that came out. This came out in August.
Yeah.
I think it was August 1st. This is The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. I think she's announced it on her Instagram what it's called. But if also
I'll have to
go
look.
onto her onto her website. I think she also has it on her Instagram. And then she gives the list of what order you should read the books in. And that's
Okay.
why I've read the books the way I have. And you read book 1, then the novella, book 2, then Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, then book 3, book 4.
Yeah, because I think Slaying the Vampire Conqueror is about Victor, isn't it? I haven't read it yet.
I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at it. I knew I wanted it, so I didn't even read what it was, but it might be about Victor. Because there's several different authors. They all got together and they all did a book that
Made.
starts with slaying.
Yeah.
Because the Legend of Thesmar, there's slaying the Shadow Prince, and then this is slaying the
Yeah.
Vampire Conqueror. And there's several different ones, and they did
Yeah,
books
they call it
together with
like
the
the
same night.
Monster series or something
They
like
did
that.
something, and they all did it, and it's neat because it's all something special to go with their things. And I like how they're all. It's not that they're tied together because their stories aren't, but
No,
the
but it
names
goes
of
with
them,
their
theme.
series that were coming out at the time. And they were all indie authors, if I remember right.
Yes,
At that time. A lot of them
at
are
that
now
time.
trad and like getting
Yes,
signed and stuff.
which is neat. I normally buy paperback, but I got this one in hardback. And I got the Vampire Conquerors in hardback, and also I don't think you can get Six Scorched Roses. I don't think you can get that in paperback.
Well, I found
Mine's
them at
hardback.
Target.
See, I got
At
mine on
Target
Amazon.
had one.
Oh, mine's really, here, let me see. This one, it's really pretty because it has the ribbon and stuff in it.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
I like
pretty.
those.
It's just red inside, but it has the little cover. I never, tell you the truth, to look at the thing. Oh, look how pretty that is. I've never looked at it before. I didn't take
Oh
the
wow.
cover off. That
Let
is
me see
pretty.
if is mine like that? What does
I
mine
don't know.
look like?
That is terrible. Why haven't I never
Yeah.
took the cover off? Oh, yours is pretty too, like that. And then it says,
Isn't that what yours looks like?
wait,
You went blurry.
Let me see. Yeah, we're the same thing. Yeah. And then it
Yeah.
says in the back, I'll take 1 night, 1 hour, 1 minute. Again, you have to meet Vale and you'll understand because he's quite. I would take him and
This whole
Victor.
series
I
is
take him
just
and Victor together.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Hey,
getting into
Victor's into
my.
that,
Maybe I'm getting into my older Silver Fox phase or something.
right?
Because because they're both more ancient, because Victor's
Ancient
old.
men era.
Yes, but they have to be a villain. So
Yeah.
so ancient old villains now. Well,
But
when you watch Lord of the Rings, I watch it and then remember what's his name? The elf guy, and he had the long blonde hair, but then they show his
mhm,
dad.
mhm.
I'm liking the dad
Well, the
more
dad's
than
in like
him.
the new movies, and of course he's like this young person. I mean, poor Orlando is like so old now. I mean, he's not super old, you
I
know.
don't even,
He
what is
doesn't have
Orlando? Well,
his young looks anymore, but
I think
he's a
Orlando's
silver
older
fox
than
now. Orlando
Orlando,
could be that guy's dad in the
but
movies.
I'm
But
trying
yes,
to
they're
think.
both beautiful.
Oh yeah. But I look back at it and I'm like, and I look at him and I'm like, but at the time when I watched them, when they had first came out and stuff, I was like more like Orlando, you know. Now this is something random and interesting with that series. Now I had never heard of Lord of the Rings like when I was in high school and stuff. I'd never heard of the book series or anything. But the girl I graduated high school with, I didn't know it at the time or even that it was this particular series. Her name was Arwen. And so she was named after what's her name
Books.
there, from the book out of Lord of the Rings. And I didn't know
Interesting.
because I remember her telling me that her mom named her from a book. And I was like, no idea. Then all those movies came out. And then now I understand where her name came from because she was
Yeah.
Arwen. And I remember she had an older brother, Ian. I remember that. Isn't it weird how the
Huh.
things that stay in your mind? But I remember her
Yeah.
telling me that when we were in ninth grade because we were sitting side by side in pre-algebra.
Like,
That's what I
oh, what a
remember.
name.
I know, but
That
that's where that
sounds
name
really
came from.
cool.
But yes, but I will take what's his name, his dad. Let's see here now. Well, we talked about our vampires there. I told you about my Victor. Now that's who I would take. Who are you taking? Because that's my Victor.
Where are we? Hold on. Yes. I agree with Victor.
You
Like
agree
I
with
was
him?
saying, like I told you my things about Victor and why he is the way he is.
Mm.
Villainous. Yeah, he's a good one. I've talked about Rain being more of a golden retriever, but he also has his ruthlessness, right?
Oh
Like he
yeah.
didn't get to where he was without being kind of
Because
conniving and tearing
remember,
down.
he isn't what he appears either.
No, which
And
is awesome.
and it makes him
And you fall
he
for
falls
him.
into.
You fall for him. Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
because at first you're like you see him and you're thinking, oh, he's there and just
Like
to
just a
destroy her
contestant.
and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
What are his motives? And
And then
then he
you
turns
get
out to be this nice guy.
and you follow the little breadcrumbs and then you
Hmm.
realize, well, he's not exactly what you think he is or what
Yeah.
he is, I guess we
Yeah.
would say. But oh yeah, he's good.
He's
And then
got
he
a
always says
loving heart. His heart is big, but he guards it too. We'll just
well,
say that.
and to get to where he ends up, he has to do a lot of things that I don't.
Malicious stuff.
Yeah, he would really.
Yeah.
He has to do it. He has to do it. I have to move. I think my camera moved.
Okay.
Did I move some?
So
Oh yeah.
someone else in this series, Septimus. No one talks about Septimus, but he is an ultimate villain in this series as well. And I haven't
Oh yeah.
read 3 and 4, but I think he comes back in 3 and 4. But he's the prince of the blood line, the blood magic vampires,
Yes.
and he's
Yes.
cunning. He is like that
He's
sneaky one that knows all the gossip somehow.
isn't he the
Knows
one?
way
And
too
he was,
much to be on top. I mean, he's
but isn't he the
he's the
one that's
scary
always
one.
smoking? Yeah.
Yeah, the bad
Oh yeah.
boy.
Oh yeah. He has.
He's a
Oh,
bad boy
he's very
persona.
dark. Oh, he's very
He
dark.
is.
Oh, he's good. But yeah,
And no one really talks about him because he's kind of like a hushy sideline character, but he's
I
like a
think he
sideline
is
villain, man.
in, is he in the
You see him
second?
more in book 2,
Oh, okay. But no, I'm saying,
Septimus.
is he in the next duology?
I
Is
think
he with
he
Mishi?
is.
Or
I
is it
wanna say he
someone
comes
different
back,
with her?
but I haven't read him, so I'm not sure where he
You
is.
see, I haven't yet. See, I have him. I can't wait.
And I hope
I
that's
don't know.
not a
We'll have to let
spoiler.
people know. I doubt. Well, we know it's Mishi. I mean, we know that part. Hmm. We'll have to see. Or he might be just somebody that's evil in it. I don't know, because he is very
Yeah.
dark. He's very
He's got his hands in every
opportunistic.
pot somehow. Yeah, he is. He knows a lot. And someone with knowledge is powerful in that sense of he knows things and can ruin things, you know? So
Oh,
his
absolutely.
power is knowledge for sure.
When you read that series, there are a lot of moving pieces in it,
So
and
yeah,
there are
which I
a
love.
lot of power players, I guess you would say,
Yes.
because
Yes.
they're all trying, because there's these three separate houses, and I think they all truly want to just, they want to really eliminate each other is what they truly want to do at the end of
Yeah.
it.
They want to be they're all out for power.
Oh,
So
absolutely. It's, oh,
yeah.
again, read it. Absolutely amazing.
Witches.
Yes.
My witches, I always go to Harry Potter. And I know he's a warlock or what wizard. I will talk about that series all the time because that was what I grew up with. But there's so many witches. Like Charmed was also my gig back in the day.
Oh, I love that show with, what's his name? Balthazar. But what was his
Mm,
name? But what was his, that was his demon name. What was his
Cole.
name?
Cole.
Cole.
Yeah.
You know, the
He
guy
was
that
like the
played,
diehard, right, on that show for a while. Yeah.
oh, he was the absolute perfect villain. And Phoebe loved him so much, but
That
love
was
really,
an epic
but
romance there of
but
enemy or lovers to enemies almost, right? Because she doesn't really
oh,
know he's a enemy
well, yeah,
till they
because
get into it.
he infiltrated them.
Yeah.
And then she finds out he's, well, and then he becomes the source and all that kind of stuff. But did you know that the actor that played Cole, he actually he passed away? Did you know that?
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, like a
Dang, a
month or
lot
two
of
ago.
actors are passing away and they're not that old.
No, I think
Sad.
he was only in his 50s.
Ugh,
Yeah,
that
he passed away.
sucks.
I think he had cancer, I think
No.
is what he had, but I don't remember. But yeah, he passed away. It's so sad. But yeah, he was absolutely, he made the series. He passed away, and then of course Shannon Doherty, she
Oh
passed away
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So those were two of the main characters there in
Yeah.
Charmed. That was my favorite. Oh, I had, again,
Mhm.
this ages me, but I had all seasons of it on DVD, and I
Nice.
I could watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
That was such a good I mean, it was cheesy at different
Before
moments and
TiVo.
stuff. Yes, yes, because now you can stream everything and get
Yeah.
things on demand and stuff like that. But that
Goodness.
was an absolute good show. I have not watched the reboot. I don't even know if the reboot's
I
still
haven't
happening.
either. Yeah, I know that they try to remake it. So
I don't, from what I gather, they're not three sisters. There's three girls. I don't know.
yeah, 3
It
friends
might,
maybe,
maybe it
cousins.
might be good or something, but I
I don't
haven't
know.
given it a chance.
I haven't really looked into it. I have
Sometimes
young
when you
children at
watch,
home. There's no watching TV that isn't something kid related these days. Like, can't listen, you can't hear it, so
no.
I don't put
Well,
anything on.
at my house, there's never the TV is on, but it's because Xboxes and PlayStations are going, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's Roblox a lot of times. I'm like, and I still don't understand the point of any of it. I look at the game that they're playing, and I don't understand it.
I know.
Makes no sense,
Mindless
but they
stuff
think it's funny.
sometimes.
Now, how about, let's see
Anyways,
here. If you had a favorite red flag character, who would you pick? Now, for me, it's Blackwell in
yeah,
Phantasma,
that's a good one.
because he is he is such a giant red flag, but he's helping her through the trials, but he has an ulterior motive. Is that how you would say it, an ulterior motive?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he
Because
needs,
he makes a deal with her too.
but
Good
yes,
pick.
but Blackwell is a good one. He is such a red flag, but he's helping her do different things because he's perpetually, we know this fact, he is perpetually trapped in Phantasma. And for some reason he has an inability to remember like what's happening, and he
Every game.
every time.
Yeah.
And by the time he gets to the end of Phantasma, he puts all the pieces back together and he tells her this,
Right.
but then it resets it and he doesn't remember anymore. He
Yeah.
doesn't remember who he is, what he is, all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
But like his
he's good.
subconscious is
Yes,
telling him to do the right things, even though they're malicious and
yes.
cruel. But
I
his
mean, and he
subconscious is
saves her.
gearing him towards the right malicious things to do, I guess, is
And
how we
and
would
he
defend that, I would say.
and he tries to help her a lot through
Yeah,
the trials and stuff, because it's a games and
in
trials
his
kind of
own
thing.
way that he can, the ways that he could,
Yes.
because of his curse.
And you will meet the cutest, most fluffy thing in the entire world. In Phantasma, you will meet Poe.
Yeah, I love a good animal sidekick, and Enchantra has one too.
Oh, and
I love it.
Poe
And
is,
Quicksilver has one too, a
yes,
fox.
yes, and
I
he's
love an
white and
animal
fluffy.
sidekick. They're the
I do.
best.
Well, there's Poe. Poe is basically a big fluffy white cat in Phantasma, and then they talk about him in Enchantra, and then in Enchantra there's several different ones. There's one that goes with Genevieve that likes her, and then remember the sister has one. I think they might all have their own
They
pet.
all eventually have like a familiar.
A familiar, yes, yes. And then oh yeah, and the one in Quicksilver, his name's Onyx. Isn't that his name?
Yes. Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
fox.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
white. He's a white, like a
Cute.
winter fox, like in the snow kind of thing.
I mean, it follows Kingfisher around like a little puppy dog. It's so cute. And then Kingfisher's, like, oh, just leave it be. I guess it's fine.
Because like she sees it out there and she goes and Saris goes out and she saves him and brings him into
Yeah. And he's
in the
so
ford.
against it at
Oh yeah,
first.
and he's like, that's a wild animal kind of thing.
Yeah.
He acts, and it ends up sleeping beside her, and he's the
Hmm.
sweetest little thing in the
And then
entire
he ends up
world.
loving it eventually.
Oh yes, he loves it. It's just like the story, like they say, the dad that doesn't want the pet. Because there's always like you'll see the dad and well, I don't want that cat or I don't
No, we
want
don't
that
need a
dog.
dog. Yeah.
And then who ends up loving it more than anybody? It's the
The
dad.
dad.
That's the truth. I laugh my own husband, because we have a lot of like little feral cats that hang out around our
Around the
neighborhood
house.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And he would try to talk to him or whatever, but it was never like anything. But then my oldest son and I, because we like cats, and we're like, oh, come here. And it took a long time to get any of them that they would come up to us. And now, we have a couple of them that they visit us all the time. And my husband, the dad that doesn't want any pets, every now and then there's a little black and white one. He lets her come in the house, and she comes in and he puts a towel down on our bed and she lays on there.
Oh.
I know, and plus he has OCD, so he cleans all the time. So imagine
Yeah.
him with
Feral
cat
cat
hair
inside.
inside, and he loves her. He'll let her come in, and
Love it.
he's the dad that doesn't
He
want the pet.
vibes. Yeah, it's a vibe you just get from these animals. They
I think
kill you.
I think the cats that what are they called? The cat distribution system. And that's what they call it, because cats show up and people end up with cats. They didn't see it coming, that kind of thing. I think all cats are like familiars, and I
Yeah.
think they come into your
Right.
life when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
The
There's a
little
little black cat around our neighborhood that's been in and out of our, it goes around the car in the morning, and it's a little kitten. It's so cute. But I'm like, I've
you should
never
get it.
been so
You should
close to,
you should
yeah.
adopt it, or it into your garage. Like, here, look, I have treats for you, and it could be the most wonderful. Maybe it's your familiar.
Maybe. But I know my
Well,
husband is allergic and my oldest is allergic to cats. So it'd have to be a very clean cat.
you should get one of those. What are those? The ones that have no hair.
I know,
Have you
yeah,
ever
the
seen
bald
them?
ones.
Yes,
The
you have to. They get cold. They have to put little sweaters and stuff on them. Could you imagine?
sweet.
I've never had one.
I
I know
can't
my
do
husband's
cats.
grandma. She always wanted one of those cats. She had all kinds of cats, and that was one like exotic cats she had.
Yeah.
And that was the one that she always wanted, but she never was able to get.
Oh goodness.
They look like when you see them and they're sitting there, they kind of look like a ball sack to me.
Yeah. Naked roll mole rat. That's what I was trying to say. Naked mole rat.
To me, they look like a man's ball sack is what they remind me of.
Yeah.
I don't think I could
Or
have one.
flaccid ween.
But the little black and white one, I think she's my little familiar because she came into my life when we moved here and my brother passed and different things and she started coming around. I used to have a solid black cat and I had a black and white cat and they were the same age and then I didn't have them anymore. And I think sometimes she looks like the black and white cat, very similar to her, but she has the personality of the little black cat I used to have. So I think
Hmm.
sometimes they come back to you,
Yeah.
and that's her. And that's the one that my husband lets in the house on occasion, but he will let her in. And he's like giving her like pieces of chicken and stuff like that. And I'm like, the man that doesn't want a cat in the house lets her in. Now,
That's odd.
our next little thing is why dangerous or morally gray supernatural characters work. Is it the danger versus desire, the obsession versus devotion, or powers that amplify fantasy?
Hmm.
What is your top 3 red flag men that you would defend?
Oh my gosh. Well, you picked the better ones. I'd say Blackwell, like we were talking about Blackwell. We would have to defend Blackwell because he's got
Oh yes,
the subconscious heart.
he. Oh yeah,
All in good intentions. Rowington Silver. You know,
he is very dark. He has, but there's that part in him. But is it that
if you
she
know
brings
why
that out
he's
in
doing,
him?
he has a motive
Yes,
to why he's like that.
but is she
And
bring?
when you
I
find
think
it,
she
then
brings
you're
it
like,
out to
oh,
him.
yeah,
And then, of course, you haven't met him yet. It's Memnum.
yeah. Haven't
That
met that
man,
one.
if I had to pick between the 3 of them, I would probably defend Memnum to the end.
Overall.
Absolutely. Overall. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
you have to meet him. Now who are you going to defend? Who's your 3 that it doesn't matter how many red flags that you will pick?
Yeah, I mean, do they have to be supernatural? Let's think.
They're all supernatural.
I feel like really all the fantasy books are supernatural.
Yes.
But let's see. Rain, poor Rain, like he doesn't deserve does he deserve he doesn't deserve Araya giving him the cold shoulder in book 2. Okay? He did what he had to do.
He did. And I mean, and she has to really look at the bigger picture of what occurred there.
Yeah, it takes her a while.
And
She
she's very mean to him there for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's being so sweet to her and then keeps
That's what I
saying,
mean about the
and there
golden retriever part. He kind of like switches.
and
But
what is it he says to her? Is it there you are or there she is? Because
there she
anytime
is.
and he'd see that little glimmer of her when
Huh?
she's so mad at him.
No masks. There she
No mess.
is. Yeah, I love their little
Yes.
banter. But why did
Oh yeah.
it's one that where you're like lovers to enemies? I don't care if that's a spoiler, but that's a trope no one talks
Yeah.
about. That is still so good. But
Oh yeah, because
yes.
they have that moment and then then she goes into full enemy mode with him
And then you're
again.
like, please get over yourself. But it's so sad because like her dad, I can't say that part.
We can't say
That's a
we can't
spoiler.
have a spoiler.
But you get it, but you're kind of like, okay, it's a fantasy book now, get over it. Back to the good stuff.
But he's he, like you said, he becomes that golden retriever, and he's very sweet to her there, but she holds on to that like luggage. She's not gonna
I
let
know.
go. It is a major thing that does occur. The
It
reason why
is.
she
It
is mad at
is.
him, but
I
then,
know. But I
but
will
when you
defend
look at
him that he did what he had to do.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
He had to do what he
Yeah.
had to do because
Change your perspective, Aura.
yes, all right.
Anyway,
And who else would you pick? Who else would
I
be someone
know.
you would defend?
So Eric Bloodsinger from the Ever King
Okay,
is
see, I haven't read that one
not
yet.
so far. I mean, I guess he could you call him a vampire? He's fey, and there's some blood elements in that book. So, I mean, we could maybe say that they're kind of like vampires, but not like blood sucking, have to survive off blood kind of vampires.
Well, it's kind of like in Quicksilver. I don't think they have to drink blood to survive off of blood,
I
unless you're completely the pure
turn.
vampire
Yeah.
side. Because
Yes. So,
doesn't Kingfisher, doesn't he feed off of her at some point? Because they have that.
doesn't that do
It's bad.
something to the binding of their. Yeah.
It's been a bit since I've read it, and I don't remember. It was last Christmas is when I
I
read
know. I
Quicksilver.
haven't read it since, I think, January last year. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
see, I can't
Christmas.
remember because I think there's somewhere, unless that was a different book I was reading, and they had to, the guy drank a little bit of their blood, and it was like intoxicating to him.
That
Because I
is
can't,
the Ever King. So he has poisonous blood. And so if anyone is near his blood, he can use it to kill you. So people are like scared of
interesting.
him and his blood. Yeah. So
See, I have
he's a
that on my
very
TBR.
powerful, like Viking. I call him the Viking Fey pirate because he's Fey, but he has like magical elements and they're like Vikings in a way like they're Norse mythology. And then they're like on big Norse ships and they're pirates pretty much. So they go around and savage.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
But
could
I
see
mean,
why
like
you
in the
would
very
defend him.
beginning of the Ever King, he's like his first like opening scene, besides like their little very beginning when they were kids. His first scene that opens up, he's like mutilating somebody and like telling them who's in charge and I am your king and you do these things and never again
Oh,
or everything's gone kind of situation. And he's ruthless and he's like
oh.
mean. He goes and kidnaps Liv and takes her away and
Well,
justifies it as like
I knew that
finding what
part.
he needs. And yeah,
I oh
because
yeah,
like
see, I'm gonna have to read that one soon.
I think you'd really like it. It's ruthless.
I know I have it now. Do you think people should read that series and then read the prequel series, or should
I
they
have
read the
not.
prequel series and then that series?
So what I know, because I have not read the former series that she has, and they all are kind of like in the
The
one
same world. Yeah.
world,
Yes.
but like different parts of it. So
Yes.
Olivia, her dad and mom are from the very first duology or trilogy of that Broken Kingdoms series.
Okay.
And if you want to know more about those characters, they are in that Ever King
Okay.
series, but they're small compared to everything else. So, like, it's
Okay.
really about like Eric and Olivia in the first two books of the Ever. So,
Okay.
you meet
Okay. I
her
see
dad
what you're
and you
saying.
meet some of those characters, but that they have their own story over on the
Okay, so
other.
that is their own story. Okay.
Yeah,
So and then I don't even know how many books are in the Broken Kingdom series.
I think 9. I think it's
Oh wow.
9, and she just finished that. Yeah,
Oh
but
wow,
it's
that's a lot of
again like
series. A lot of books.
like yeah, it's like different couples every couple of books, right? So you
Is
like
it
have
is
this
it like the thing that
in
we got
3.
going on with the Crowns of Nyaxia where
Mhm.
it's like split up, even though it's the
Yeah,
same world and people interact, but it's different. Okay. All right, I understand what
correct.
you're saying now. Okay, see
Yeah,
that makes it with it being a long series that breaks it up, and I think that would make it a very enjoyable series
yeah.
to read instead of being just stuck with the same people.
Yeah,
the same main people for the entire thing. I mean, that's even, you can even say that like with Akatar,
I know.
I
I
mean,
was
I
sad
love all
about
the,
that one with Rhysand and Farah. I really enjoyed their story. So when it went to Cassian and Nesta, I was a little hesitant at first to start that
uh,
book. I was kind of pissed off. I was like, what? Farah's not in this one? Like, what the heck? Like, I need to know more about them. Okay. And then I finally started reading it and I was like, okay, actually, this is probably the best book of the series
oh,
is
it's definitely the most
Silver
spicy.
Flames. Yeah. Well, and
Oh,
just
it,
like her Nesta and her like character and how she has to go through her past and like forgive herself
yes,
for things and overcome and be brave and strong, and she character growth big time. And
because,
Cassian is,
oh, I love him.
himself.
I love
He's
him
so
so much.
cute.
Well,
I love him.
you have the big transition because you go books 1 through 3 and you're following Pharaoh's perspective. And then you have the little Christmas novella, and that's when
Yeah.
things shift and you start getting other people's perspectives
Hmm.
besides her. Because that's why when you look at everything that's happening in the first 3 books, and you have to remember that is all Feyre's perspective. It's what she thinks. It might not be necessarily laid down in fact of what truly happened. It's just
Yeah.
her perspective. That's why I always wonder, can she really paint? Because it's her perspective. She might think she can paint. And then other people might look at it and be like, oh, like you said, like when your kids bring their art up to you and you're like, oh,
Beautiful.
that kind of thing. But I did absolutely love book 5 there, Silver Flames. I love Nesta's perspective. She's very polarizing. People either love her or they really
Yeah.
don't like.
I mean, at first, when you first read her in that book, you're like, gosh, get over yourself, girlfriend. Like, move on kind of situation. Like, you feel that way towards her. And
Hmm.
then you start listening to her perspective. And then you kind of go, oh, this is all
Because
making sense why you're acting this way.
she's
And
had so many things happen to her in her life that even Feyre
didn't
didn't
know.
know.
Yeah.
Because even though she's only 2 years older than her, a lot of other things, Feyre was kind of like the forgotten sister,
Yeah. Well, she's the
Nesta, and
last kiddo.
yeah, she didn't learn to read, or write. Nesta and Elaine both can read and write. By the time Feyre was born, it was like whatever. But you got to remember, the mom died, when she would have been
She was
between like
young.
7 to 10 years old, something in that time frame is when the mom died. So, and then the dad wasn't very much help. So she was an afterthought kind of thing. So Feyre
Hmm.
was just left to her own devices. And
Hmm.
truly, she's kind of like, she was almost like she was wild in a lot of ways because she had no problem
She
going
didn't
out
have to
hunting.
live society like
No,
Nesta did,
no,
and the way
Nesta,
Nesta was brought up
well,
was, and her grandmother had a lot to do with it too, didn't she?
yes, because if
Yeah.
you listen to Chelsea and I, because again we're deep diving on Akatar. We're in this coming, not once this episode comes out, then the following week we have another episode that'll be the villains of Akatar.
Ooh, I love it.
But we've been deep diving in all of the different theories and stuff people have, and that's one of the things. Nesta brings up her grandmother in Silver Flame, and she was very much, she was teaching her to dance, I think to play the piano. Why am I thinking that? That might be wrong. I know she did teach her to dance, but her grandma was very strict and very
Yeah,
stern, like she had to do this.
like old society.
Oh yeah, but we have our theories with who the
Yes.
grandmother
So
might
tune
be.
into that.
Oh
Yes.
yes, tune in because we have theories.
It's fun.
I don't think she was uh just a mortal lady.
Uh,
I believe she has some other
yes, I love
things
this.
going on. But
Yes, listen. Listen to
oh yeah,
their episodes. There's some
oh
really
yeah,
fun
come
ones,
listen.
fun
Oh yeah,
theories.
we have had we've had people agree with us on things, and then we have had people argue with us too.
But
So,
that's
but
good. I
again,
like
it's
that.
not all our theories. These are the theories that
Are just out
people have
there.
put out
Yeah.
there. But people will get they
I will
have their
debunk
minds
you.
made up. Oh yeah. Now,
Uh,
who do you consider hot and you shouldn't who I think is hot and that shouldn't be Victor. I think Victor is hot.
yes, in a villainous way, like as you like.
Mm,
I would pick Victor because of the power he exudes. But if I was on the
oh
right
yeah.
side, hopefully I'm on the right side of his ire. So, yeah, otherwise maybe Grave Silver from Enchantra. He's
Oh,
an evil little conundrum.
he's very
Yeah.
dark. He's very malicious.
Yeah.
He's very
There's like
cunning.
parts of him where you're like, I could kind of see Vivi going for this guy too. Like
Well,
he's
all the brothers were
they all
they
have
were all
their
good.
own.
They were all delicious and stuff,
Yeah.
and each in their
And
own way.
flirty.
Oh
Except
yeah.
for like
Well, it's because of what they are,
yeah.
makes them that. Now, I'm excited for book 3 because now we know the first book is Ophelia and then it's Genevieve. Now, book 3, this is my speculation that it's either going to be Grave is going to be the main male character, or it's going to be is it Seven, the other brother? That's who I think the main characters are going to be, but I don't know if she's going to go and flip it and have that the main person is like a male main character, because the last 2 books, the main female characters, they were the sisters. But I think it's going to be either Grave or it's going to be Seven.
Okay. I like 7. He's the one with the lollipop, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think because he was talking, remember, something about there was an academy or something.
There was and there was a girlfriend or a girl he was
There,
talking to.
there's something with that.
Okay.
And that could be an interesting twist for that book, but I don't know if Kayla's going to go that way. Or if it's Grave, remember at the house with Ophelia, remember she has that one girl that's staying with her? And I wonder if she's going to be the love interest for Grave. Because remember,
Yes.
they visit. I don't remember her name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But she was there because she was in Phantasma with her. And she's there
Yes.
staying at the house. So I
Yeah, what
wonder,
is her- I don't
for some reason,
remember
I
her
want
name.
I was going to say Poppy, but that's not right. That's the one from Blood and Ash.
Sorry?
Or was her, but maybe her name was, I don't remember what her name was anymore. I don't know. I don't remember. And my books are buried. We'll have to look it up. But that's my theory on that one. Now, my favorite quote that made me spiral from all of these different books, it is again Memnum, because I love that man. And he calls her my queen. And he says it in his ancient language, but it's my queen. And he says it all the time to her. And I absolutely love that.
Another book that does that. I mean, there's a lot of books now that do that,
Yeah.
right? Where they like have like a
Well, they always have like
saying
a
in a
little
different
pet name.
language, and they always go, "What are you saying to me?" And it means like my queen or my love or one of those things. Those are good. Those are good ones.
But it's very good. It's very good. Let's see here. But how about you? What is a quote that made you spiral?
Okay. We're going to go to the Ever King here. Okay.
Okay.
Eric Bloodsinger. For some reason, I'm thinking like Ever King, Kingfish. It's not that. So the Ever King, Bloodsinger says, she'd hate me, maybe bite me. Gods, I hope so. For what had to be done. Dun, dun, dun.
I like that.
Yeah.
See, I have to get that series going. I have to order them and have them. Because was she indie and then or did they just re-release all those books?
They re-released them. So they came
Okay.
back. She did get signed for that series. And so they came out with new covers. So it's recovered,
Okay.
republished. Yeah. So each one has like a little excerpt of like a different point of view
Mm,
to what the books that are coming out are. Because we have up until The Mist Thief, and that one is about Jonah. It's not about and Bloodsinger. It's about her cousin
okay.
and his like arranged marriage. And then the she has like two more on their way out. I think she just dropped that
Okay.
book 5 was in editor's hands. So got a few coming out here soon.
I have. Oh, that seems very interesting.
Yeah,
But
they're good
now, in
books.
my mind, if he's a vampire threatening kingdoms for me, I will take the risk. That's my thought. That's
The
my
risk.
thought with if Victor, like if I had him, and if he was threatening kingdoms for me, I
Yeah.
would be like, okay, he could turn me.
Yeah.
I would be fine with it. Because, like as like in Twilight, look how beautiful they become.
I
I would
know.
do it.
Well, in Nyaxis, whatever the kingdom, they talk about like how beautiful everyone is, the vampirism beauty. You're like, ugh, imagine.
I always think from Bram Stoker, because that's another vampire one. I love Bram Stoker's Dracula. But my favorite line from the whole thing is, I crossed oceans of time to find you.
Mm, that's good.
If he said the vampire came up and said these things to me, I'd be like,
They have a way with
well, sir,
words
I know.
and
And
their
see, and they're always
gleaming
those kinds.
beauties.
Oh, yeah. So, oh, that's funny. We've had fun today. Do you think you could survive in all these worlds that our favorite books are?
Definitely not. Not today. Maybe when I was like 20 something, half these characters are.
I don't
Sure.
think
Yeah,
I
I was a
could.
lot more spunkier then.
I probably would be I probably would have died in the first chapter of the book is what would have
Right?
happened.
And the
I would
epilogue
have made it. I
or
would
the
have, yes,
prologue.
that's what would have happened to me. But I
Uh,
don't know. So that's probably good that but now today I would just seduce them there and they could just take me and they could seduce me and turn me into the
yeah.
vampire. And that's all they'd have to do.
Feminism out the window. Just take me and take care of me, protect
Well,
me.
it's just like Feyre. This is what always gets me with Feyre. Oh no, a handsome man took you to his mansion and said, you're not allowed to leave here. There's servants. You don't have to worry about food. Someone dresses you, does your hair.
Yeah.
Here, just you get to paint all day.
Cleans after you. Darn.
Oh, darn. I would be such a good captive in that respect. I'd be like, oh no. Tamlin probably wouldn't be the best to live with because of how weird he was. But
Yeah.
I would
There
I
wasn't a
would
lot
turn
going on in that court.
I would be like, oh, I'm just gonna go paint. And that would be it.
Paint and try to read.
But I think I could do that. Because even like Nesta, like how they were like how Nesta was, they put her up at the House of Wind, and she was so mad
Yeah.
that they put her up there. She sat in a magical library, and it gave her whatever she wanted.
Chocolate cake.
I know. Again,
And then she had a hot guy down in the
she
next
had
bedroom.
she had two of them there,
Yeah, 2.
and she's like,
My babysitters.
I know, and she'd be all mad, and then she'd get mad and then try to leave and go down all those 10,000 steps or
Yeah.
whatever. Wasn't it when the girls were there in the library with her, they made a little tiny Pegasus or whatever? It was a little flying horse, because the House of Wind could create whatever. You could have little
Yeah.
tiny little baby pets it would make you. Again, what was she thinking?
Yeah.
I have questions. I'd be
Everything
fine.
at your hands. That's an awesome house. I need to live there.
I'd be fine. I'd be fine at the River House. I would be fine at that one. What's the other one? They had the Moon play. All those palaces, I would be fine.
The Moon
I would,
Palace. Isn't that
yeah.
where the Night Court resides, though?
Think
I think
it's the
that's where they
other
are.
palace that he has, and then they have the House of Wind, and then they have the River House that's in Valeris, and they go to Rita's every night and have
Yeah.
fun. God, it would have been so wonderful. I like how they're like, remember Lucian says, him and Tamlin, they're saying how horrible they are in the Night Court. They're vicious, and they're just all dancing it up at Rita's.
Yeah. It's that meme. Think of me every night, like hating on me, and I'm just over here at Rita's.
Exactly. Exactly. But hey, this has been super fun. I hope
Yeah,
everybody enjoyed our random tangents that we went on, and I hope we gave everybody some books that, for their spooky season. You know, well, these are anytime season you can read these, but
truly.
they
A
do
fantasy, really.
truly, but they truly hit like a nice little spot since it is October and it's our spooky season. I think
Mhm.
I think every one of these, in my opinion, I think are absolutely 5-star reads.
Yeah,
I absolutely love them, and I hope everybody, if you do get an opportunity to read them, I hope you enjoy them as much as we have. And some of the books that Heather even talked about that I haven't read yet. I hope you all enjoy them just the same as us.
TBR endless.
But now, the next time that I'm with you, because I record next with, again, like I said, with Chelsea, we're doing another ACOTAR episode. Then we are going to be doing the one with spooky dark romances.
Mm.
So I think that'll be good because that's the next one that we do together. Because we have this one and we have 2 more episodes that you and I will be doing in the month of October. And they're all,
Yes,
again, Halloween kind of themed kind of thing.
be fun.
So now remember, everybody, if you want to have us continue our chaos, remember to follow us and subscribe to us on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube. And also we're on iHeartRadio as well. If you have any thoughts about what we're talking about or remember any of the names that we either mispronounced or couldn't remember, tag us at 2girls1TBR in our posts or DM your favorite characters to us. But just remember, everybody, keep your books spooky and your TBR unhinged.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.